all of a sudden, 6 months after moving to Phoenix, as a night shift call center manager, I'm running a mortgage company.
Yeah, so Roland, tell me, how did you end up in this? I find that most people stumble into this, so a lot of appraisers I know, they didn't have the idea in their mind that they wanted to be an appraiser or the mortgage guy. So I'd be curious to find out, was it your family that got you involved, or did you know right away when you were young and you kissed your wife for the first time that you're like, I'm going to be this mortgage guy? Tell us how you got to the point
You
you're at.
know, that's funny, but you told me we were doing a short podcast, so I don't know how deep I can get into that, but I'm not much of a talker, so I'm going to try to make it quick. I turned 48 years old tomorrow, and I got into this business in October of 2020, excuse me, 2002. I'm going on to my 23rd year of originating loans. And prior to that, as a young 20-year-old out of college, I was running a call center for MCI WorldCom. And if you
Okay.
remember the MCI AT&T wars, it's like
Yeah.
the Burger King and McDonald's of the telecommunications and the long distance phone carriers. And it was a big deal back in the late 90s, early 2000s. And I got a job on there, and I excelled at it because I could talk and, working the phones and, moved up the ranks quickly, became a supervisor, became a night shift manager. And, I found myself at 22 years old running 5 teams on a night shift in
Wow.
Ohio. And
All right.
so I wanted to be back to the West Coast. And
Yeah.
so my mentor, in a way, in the sales world, who was 10 years older than me, used to live in California, also used to be in the mortgage business back in the early 90s, and then went into telecom. He came out to Phoenix also, and he said, Roland, we're out of here. This place is going down in flames, and we're going to open a mortgage company. And I said,
Wow.
sounds great. So I went and got trained up, and he got a job as a branch manager at a mortgage brokerage. There was a ad in the paper, and he hired me on, obviously, as a loan officer. So I kind of learned the books. And 6 months into working at that company, we split off, incorporated our own mortgage company, built that.
What?